One of the other forms that challenges can come is health challenges. What are the challenges? Health, finances, relationship. They're usually one of these three forms, right? But actually, when we boil it down, the challenges are right up here. And you know, Gurudev says that love itself is the most powerful healer in the universe. So imagine my shock where, despite thinking that I'd be in this blanket of protection because I was in the spiritual path, I'm told that I have lead levels off the chart, that I have heavy metal poisoning. I still remember to this day getting the readout because my energy levels have been low. They'd done some diagnostic test. The health practitioner who was seeing me felt that I might have something wrong at a molecular level, and so we got tests on heavy metals, and there it was. And they looked at mercury. Yes, there. The usual suspects, all the other ones, this one, boron, etc., lead. Off the charts. Another one, thallium. Actually, two forms of heavy metal poisoning. Lead levels 20 times the maximum permissible healthy limit, and thallium levels about 5 times. No wonder I was feeling tired. And so, here I was, about to go to the ashram. I started my treatment. I looked at the different options. I interviewed people about what they'd been through. None of the options sounded particularly fun, or particularly short, or particularly easy. But I just knew that I had to get to the ashram immediately. And I did. For no reason other than just to bathe in grace. It had been a long time since I'd been there. And I still almost managed not to get there. It had been so long I'd been to the ashram, I forgot you needed a visa to get there. And 2 days beforehand, I remembered, to my shock, had to order an advanced, urgent visa at the last minute, which I still remember picking up from the travel agent an hour before the flight left and scrambling to get on that plane and get to India. Another self-imposed adventure story. And I got to India, and I was able to get a meeting with Gurudev. And I remember showing him my report. And he picked it up with great interest. And I told him what had been going on with my energy. He looked at me, nodded his head. And then he turned over the report. And he said 2 things. He said, yes, lead. We have our own Ayurvedic products, carefully tested to make sure that, there's no heavy metals in any of them. He flicks over the next page. And I'm thinking, how did he know that was a question in my mind? Of course, I'd done some reading, and one of the sources of lead poisoning was Ayurvedic products grown in areas with soil which had heavy metal contaminants. And this question had been in my mind. My goodness, have I been trying to do something good for me that's ended up poisoning me? I didn't even have to ask the question. He had already answered it. Turns over the second page. Yeah. Oh, thallium. Yes, this is used a lot in the aviation industry as an additive to the jet fuel. Yeah, I'm laughing. I'm the person who studied chemistry, and he's giving me a science lesson. And then he looks at the lead levels. He said, yes. No concern in his voice at all. Closes the report. This will pass very fast. The moment he says that, I felt completely at peace. He said, yeah, there's some things you can do. Banana stem juice is very good. Banana stem juice, I'm thinking. He gets a twinkle in his eye, looks to his right. He rips off what happens to be a small banana, about that big. Looks at me, and with a perfect spiral pass that an all-black halfback would be proud of, the banana goes through the air. I catch it in my mitt. I look at him. He looks at me. He waves. Oh, I get the message. The doctor has administered the medicine. I eat the banana. And I go. And from that point forward, my energy levels rise. I didn't even feel the need to get another test. And yet, interestingly enough, because we decided to apply for health insurance, the nurse came round to our house a few months later to take my blood sample again and to get heavy metal readings because they didn't want to sponsor someone who had lead levels off the chart. Took the readings again, came back. I rang up a while later, said, "Oh, by the way, what were my lead levels?" She said, there wasn't any. Just all normal." I said, "What about thallium?" "Yes, all normal." Vanished. So healing happens spontaneously in the presence of love. And it might have seemed miraculous at the time, but since then, I've had so many people who have gone through Art of Living courses with me, who've had pleurisy, who've had asthma, who have had bronchitis. But not only that, who've had sciatic nerve damage, who've had chronic back injuries, who have all experienced, even who've had cancer, who have had complete remission, time and time and time again. To the point now it doesn't even surprise me. In the presence of love, it's the greatest healing power in the universe. So this may be outside your paradigm, certainly was outside mine as a rationalist, scientifically minded person. And yet, the more you see, the more you start to realize that healing is happening all the time. You look back to some of my early videos, you'll see there's a spot here which started to grow and grow and grow. Bigger and bigger mole. And then it just spontaneously vanished. Not supposed to happen, right? These things are occurring all the time. One of my clients, who had stage 4 cancer, was given 4 weeks to live by the doctor. It was lung cancer, which had metastasized all around the body. Complete remission. Triple mutation. Impossible. I was there in the hospital when the doctor said, "We are now not talking healing, we are talking palliative care." These healing miracles happen all the time. Love is the greatest healing force in the universe. So, believe in your body's capacity to self-heal. Listen to your doctors. Take care of yourself. And know that when you're in the presence of love, everything starts to heal. And that can be physical, emotional, mental, psychological, spiritual. Everything is healable. Because at the level of the self, at the level of who we are pure consciousness. We may appear to be solid, but at one level we're just a quantum mechanical field. And a quantum mechanical field has no ailment. There are many mysteries in this world, not all of which we can understand. But just because we can't understand it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And holding that space open for mystery is what allows deliciousness and grace to come and fill that space. Leave space for grace.